clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Vikings and the Titans coming up next.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And some room to roam now. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 67 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them, and they took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
Takes it at the 7. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And now, Charles, this becomes a pretty important second drive for them. They're already down a pair of scores here in the first quarter.
As you noted, they're down 2 scores, and to me, they're down a possession or a service break if this were tennis, right? Because they just gave one up. Only their second drive now. Run their offense, try and get back into the game that way, and then look for some help from their defense.
Trying to forget about that pick. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. And this belongs to the Vikings.
Oh, no.
Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that?
Charles, I don't have a good answer for you. But let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards. Minimum.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes 0 sense.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Now Kaepernick. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Kaepernick now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. 115 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Kaepernick going to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That's one of the dangers of the quick game. If you only have a 2- or 3-step drop, if you don't get the ball to someone open right away, those defenders are right near the line of scrimmage and then get on top of you in a heartbeat.
Play action. Now Kaepernick. Rolling to his right. Completes it to Powell. And they'll get this down to the 10.
There we go.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw here.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 35, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On 1st down, Kaepernick.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Here's Kaepernick.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up.
Dalvin Cook on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are able to add on to their first-half lead. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. Kaepernick looking to throw for it. They'll roll him out right. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. from the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They find some open field here. And all the way down to the 12.
57 yards rushing for him now to this point. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And it's a Titans touchdown. Anthony Ferkser, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are able to get a score back. Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
See Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said...
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Fighting his way through contact. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Still 9 remaining on second down.
I think in normal situations, most play callers would probably shelve that play in this situation. But down in the red zone, got a little something extra to play with. I like the way that he took a shot and went after it.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success. How about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Face mask. Defense.
That's a big letdown defensively. They had him stop behind the line, but the face mask going to bail the offense out.
And the hand does not have to be up there for too long. Just a little bit of a grab is going to be enough to get the call and the 15 yards against him.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
Looking into the snowflakes, and he muffs it. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And that's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll set up to throw.
Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Back to throw again.
This complete to the former Longhorn Marcus Johnson.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. As they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They'll look to throw again. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Colin Kaepernick and the offense heading back out onto the field. He's been in a pretty good group. They actually have more yards on the ground than through the air, but both have been good, pretty balanced.
And have we ever met a coach when we've talked to him before a game that hasn't mentioned wanting to be balanced?
No, because then you've got both sides hitting the defense. They don't know what to expect, right?
Really helps your play calling because now you're in a position where you're confident in either aspect of the game. Dial it up and let it go. And so far, that's allowed them to lead.
Absolutely. Have the lead here in the 2nd quarter. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we will. quarter number 3. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
5 yards remain on second down.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he's got room. Oh, some strong running. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 31-yard line.
46 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Running left, it's Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Anthony Frisker, the intended target.
That'll bring up 2nd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They're going to look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Here's another failure right there on 3rd down.
This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain.
There wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple plays ago. That if he got in this situation, they were definitely going for it. And you're right. It was a confident call and a decisive run to pick it up.
Now a play fake here on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now a handoff to Henry. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on. 41 Mike, 41 Mike.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
He's going to air one out.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete.
2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action.
51's the mic, 51's the mic. Watch the run.
Now back to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Rodgers. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's Brett Kern now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's McBride powering his way forward. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he stopped immediately there. Danico Autry is in on the stop.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. He juked him. Cook with a first down and much more. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 172 yards on the ground for him now with 4 touchdown runs tacked on. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Back to throw. Hall firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 30. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes just hold on to the football and take the hit.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Nick Westbrook-Akine, the intended receiver.
But it'll be second down. They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Titans on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
They were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there, getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw.
And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Forcing the incomplete pass on 4th down and then roughing the passer.
Your offense was ready to roll, ready to get out on the field and take over. Instead, self-inflicted. Now they have to stay on the field and play.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops in.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to go up top again. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.